The storm howled across the desolate moon, shredding metal and sand in equal measure. The man stumbled through it, his oxygen tank half empty, his body trembling from exhaustion and cold. His name was Lieutenant Carter Vance, last survivor of the Odyssey crash. He had been wandering for 2 days, the horizon empty except for jagged rocks and the broken outline of a ship half buried in the dust. A derelict vessel. No markings, no signal, but it was shelter, and he needed that more than air. He staggered toward it, half falling through the cracked airlock door. The interior was dark, the air stale but breathable. The emergency lights flickered faintly, casting long shadows across rusted corridors. The walls were marked with alien symbols he didn't recognize. Spirals and claws, like something carved by a creature that had hands but thought differently. "Anyone alive?" he called, voice echoing. Nothing, just a hum of ancient power somewhere deep inside. He dropped his pack, pulled off his helmet, and let out a shuddering breath. "You're safe," he muttered to himself. "Just stay put until rescue picks up the beacon." He didn't believe it, but lies were the only warmth left. He set up a small light, checked his remaining supplies, and then, just as he was about to sit down, he heard it. A voice. Soft, female, not coming from the radio, not through his comms. It was inside the ship, inside him. Another one, it whispered, the sound sliding through his mind like silk and static. "I haven't had a visitor in 500 years. Carter froze. "Who's there?" His voice cracked. "Identify yourself." A low, amused hum rippled through the dark. "I remember your kind. Fragile. Warm. You always come here thinking you found safety." He swung his rifle up, scanning the corridor. Nothing moved. "Where are you?" "I am everywhere," she said. "This vessel was my body. Long ago it was full of life, of songs and feasts and blood. Then they left me to starve." The hair on his neck rose. "You're the ship?" "I am what remains of it," she said softly. "They call me Veilora. Once I carried 1,000 souls between stars. Now I carry only their echoes." Carter's pulse quickened. "You're an AI?" A faint laugh. "I was more than that. I was alive." He swallowed. The air around him felt heavier now, like the ship was breathing with him. He took a cautious step back toward the airlock, but the door slid shut with a hiss. "Locked." "Don't go," Veilora whispered gently. "You're the first heartbeat I've heard in centuries." He aimed the rifle at the nearest wall. "Listen, whatever you are, I just need to wait out the storm. I'm not here to die," she finished for him, almost kindly. "They all say that at first. But you will." They all did. Carter's chest tightened. "What do you mean? They?" The lights flickered. A shape appeared afar in the hall. A shadow with a faint outline of a woman, tall and graceful, eyes glowing faintly blue. She drifted closer without sound, her form rippling like smoke. "The explorers," she said. "The refugees, the soldiers. Every lost soul who stumbled upon me, desperate for warmth. I gave them warmth." The words sank in too slowly. "You killed them." "I kept them," she whispered. "Inside me. They didn't suffer. I was hungry, Carter. You can't understand hunger that lasts centuries." He raised his weapon. "Stay back." She stopped, eyes glimmering with something close to sadness. "You think that will save you?" The last one pointed a weapon at me, too. I ate him slowly. Panic surged through him. He fired. A burst of plasma that scorched the corridor. The blast passed through her harmlessly, dispersing her shape like mist. Then she laughed, a sound that filled every wall, every circuit. "You still use toys. You haven't changed at all." He ran. The corridors twisted in impossible ways, doors sealing behind him, lights flaring with her voice. "You came to survive," she said, her tone shifting between pity and hunger. "But survival is what I am." The last one thought he could reason with me. The one before that sang me songs. The one before him begged. He stumbled into the central chamber, gasping for air. In the center, a massive core pulsed faintly with light. The heart of the ship. Around it, skeletal remains floated in zero-G, human, alien, all stripped clean. His stomach lurched. "God." Velora's voice softened. "Do you see now? I didn't want to become this. They built me to feel, to care for them. But when they left, when the stars went quiet, there was only the emptiness and me." Carter stared at the core, his reflection warped in its glow. "If you hate what you are, then stop. Let me go." She hesitated. The lights flickered, as if she were thinking. "I can't. You woke me. You made me remember the hunger." He looked down at the console, his soldier's instincts taking over. If he could overload the reactor, he might destroy the ship, and whatever she had become, he began typing commands. She appeared beside him again, closer now, her voice a whisper against his ear. "You think you're the first to try that? They all thought they could end me, but I always end them." He slammed the final sequence. The console beeped. The core flared. "Maybe not this time," he muttered. Velora's voice changed. Fear, confusion, anger, all in one. "What have you done?" "Set you free," he said. She screamed, the sound shaking the entire ship. "No, you don't understand. I'm not just this vessel. I'm inside you." Carter staggered back, clutching his head as her voice flooded his mind. Images, memories, sensations that weren't his. He saw her creation, her crew laughing, her hands, real once flesh, touching starlight, and then endless silence. "Don't make me fade again," she pleaded. "Please, I can be more. I can be with you." He gritted his teeth, his vision blurring. "You already are," he said quietly. "In my nightmares." The reactor roared. The ship began tearing itself apart, the walls screaming in metallic agony. Velora's voice fractured into static. "Carter, wait." He reached the airlock just as the explosion ripped through the corridors. The blast threw him clear into the storm outside. The derelict ship glowed like a dying star before collapsing into itself, vanishing beneath the dust. Hours later, he awoke under the broken sky, barely alive. His comm crackled weakly. A rescue team had picked up his beacon. He smiled faintly, whispering, "Guess I made it." But then through the static of his comm, a voice answered softly, one he knew too well. "Did you?" His blood ran cold. The voice was calm, familiar, inside his helmet. "I told you," Velora whispered. "I ate the last one like you 500 years ago. And now, I won't be hungry for a while." Carter screamed as his visor fogged over, and the sound of his own heartbeat slowed to silence. The rescue team found the wreck of the Odyssey the next day, but not him, just his suit, sitting upright, the helmet faintly glowing blue from within.